Yeah, yeah, yeah. Huh. Yeah, it's percolating. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning to the people on Facebook. Good morning to the people on IG. Good morning to the people on the YouTube. Good morning to the people on LinkedIn and Twitter too. Percolating. Get a vibe, stay ready. Truth in the cup, keep it strong, keep it steady. Pull up a chair, yeah. Take a sip with me. Good morning, good people. Java with Jimmy. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, the love percolating. Love percolating. Java with Jimmy. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good morning. Yeah, the love percolating. Yeah, Java with Jimmy. Good morning. Percolating. Yeah, we in it. Yeah, we in it. Good morning. Good morning. Java with Jimmy. Percolating. Yeah, we in it. Yeah, we in it. Good morning. Good morning. Java with Jimmy.
Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, April 8th, 2026. And you were in the Java Cafe for We Need to Know Wednesday. And there's a couple of things that we need to know. We're going to talk about some action within Black leadership in the community, as well as today is a day that the Supreme Court here in the state of Massachusetts is hearing about the White Stadium case. Whether, the city, went through whether the city has a right to do this. There's also a lot of conversation of whether, alcohol can be served at White Stadium. There is a lot going on about White Stadium. And so it's a current conversation. And a part of that conversation is the impact on a lot of Black Boston, specifically those that live in the Franklin Park area. There are more than Black people that live in that area. However, that is part of Roxbury, and certain parts of it are part of Dorchester, and some parts are, adjacent to Jamaica Plain. And so overall, there is this sentiment, not just around White Stadium, but also Blue Hill Ave, and also at some level of Madison Park with P3. On that note, I have attempted to get an update from those involved with P3, and I have yet to hear anything back. So, those sort of situations generally have put a lot of residents and largely within the Black community in a space of feeling and through some demonstration, not just feelings, that the residents in the community are not being heard on their desires for White Stadium, on their desires for Blue Hill Ave, as well as what this iteration of Madison Park new building or new Madison Park will look like. So in that vein, the impact on Black Boston is interesting. And as we have been discussing since January, my observation of a lack of a coalesced, uniformed body of Black leadership to be able to convene, communicate, and also follow through with the action needed post a convening and coming together. And with that being said, one of the things that we need to know today is that there is a faction of Black leadership that has come together. They are convening a meeting, I believe, on Tuesday evening at Roxbury Community College in the Media Arts Building. I just got a notification about the health fair. Let's just say the economy is impacting everybody, and I'll just leave that right there. So there is a meeting on Tuesday. Let me get this up here. There is a meeting on Tuesday. I got this from a few people. No, I am not involved. However, something is happening. And I have to sort of eat my words. Since January, I've been saying I would have preferred that at least a siloed, factioned group be able to go and knock on the mayor's door and say, you know, what this is more an accountability around Black leaders on a municipal level. There is something in the background. I've discussed it with Carlos that I in this have always talked about a collective and not individuals. Anyway, let me get back to the meeting. So this Tuesday night, Black Community Accountability Town Hall. What does accountability look like? There are some questions about the people that are on the flyer. Will they be in the room? I don't know. But my understanding is that this is a report out of some convenings that took place in the last few weeks with Minyard Culpepper, Rusi Louis-Jean, Julia Mejia, Henry Santana, and Brian Worrell. On this flyer, it does say that Enrique Pepin did not show. Hi, Enrique. That's another conversation in itself. So there is a meeting about Black leadership. There are some Black leaders that have been convening. And so that is taking place on Tuesday. So we need to know that there is something, action that is happening to discuss, from what it looks like here, how the city councilors are holding this administration accountable. There's references to review of their votes on the council and things like that. So that is one major thing that we need to know today, that there is that meeting taking place on Tuesday, April 14th. I didn't give the time, I'm sorry, from 6 to 8 p.m., Roxbury Community College in the Media Arts Building. So that is taking place again Tuesday at 6 p.m. As much as we type, as much as we talk and comment, there is something that is, you know, in place regarding Black leadership. So I just wanted to share that with you all. Let's go into the comments. I haven't had the freedom of sort of being solo to be able to engage and say good morning like I usually do. I want to once again welcome everybody to the Java Cafe. I jumped right in and did not do that earlier. Additionally, I want to ask you, and I was advised to do this more, and I don't want to overdo it, but someone told me yesterday, I would like to invite you to be a part of the Java family by going in on all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, James W. Hills on Facebook, but mainly Java with Jimmy on Facebook, and make sure you like. I know a couple of years ago, it was mentioned to me that the notification of when I go live doesn't work for a lot of people. I'm not sure what's up with that, but like. Also, you have an option on James W. Hills to subscribe. Once a month, you'll be charged 99 cents to support the platform. Thank you for those that have subscribed, and thank you for those that send stars often, because that helps. When that little check comes in, that could be a tank full of gas. That could be an evening out with some oysters and some, an espresso martini. I am very transparent about when people support, transparent about that. Some of your support does go to my self-care, oysters and some raw fish and a couple of espresso martinis. I want to be forthcoming about that. So thank you for all of you that support the platform. And by supporting that in me, you are supporting the platform, because it leaves me in a space to do better, to be here and be present. And as someone said a couple of years ago, as long as what they said was, Jimmy, if you're not doing okay, we're not doing okay. So all of that to say, make sure you go and like and subscribe across all social media platforms. It is definitely appreciated. Let's go into the Instagram section of the Java Cafe and see who's in this morning. I see J Row 12, also Austin, Murat City, Coach Richard. Coach, what's up, brother? St. Germain. Also, brother Tyreek is in the room. And Coach also said no espresso martini. Oh, not espresso martinis. I'm just being honest. I got to stay within the brand of Java. So espresso martinis is it. Java After Dark. Speaking of Java After Dark, please keep in mind that on this Sunday night at 9 p.m., we're going to sit down with my forever manager, Newt Johnson, to discuss and talk about me. You have the ability to submit your questions. I will put the link up in just a couple of minutes, but I wanted to make sure that you have the information about the Java After Dark.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Newt hanging out at the Java Studios, as you can plainly see. Took it over for a couple of minutes just to bring y'all an idea. So I want to interview Java, do a Java After Dark, the intersection of Jimmy, but he's only going to have 30 seconds to answer each question. You know your boy's long-winded, so good luck with that one. But also I wanted to add some audience participation to it. Use the link that you see, send in your question. It could be anything from your favorite color, well, you know what that is, it's all behind me, to his favorite restaurant. You know Jimmy, you know he's a foodie, so maybe a question around food, his youth, anything that you don't already know. Send in your question anonymously with your name to it, and I use it during the interview. I think it's a good way to bring y'all together with Jimmy. We would love to hear from y'all in the form of a question for him. So that's your assignment. Use the link, send the question. Y'all be good, take care of yourselves, and I'll see y'all soon.
So don't forget, this Sunday evening at 9 p.m., we're sitting down with Newt Johnson, my forever manager. Will you forget you, Chip? Yes, 30 seconds is the goal. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Good morning, nephew. Good to see you in the room. So let me finish saying hello. I think I got everyone over on Instagram. Black people unite. What's up, brother Chris? Good to see you over there. Ari, good morning. Good to see you in the room. I talked about oysters and espresso martinis a couple of seconds ago. Hi, Ari. Good to see you. I wanted to jump in the Facebook section of the Java Cafe and say good morning to everyone. Dina, my sister, good morning. Dina Marshall Tarver, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Nisi, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Sister Soraya, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning. Milagro, good morning. Good to see you in the room. My good friend and brother Milton, good to see you in the room, brother. Good to see you in the room. Mama Java, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning as well. Nicole, good morning to you. We saw your post. You know we are here for you. I'm going to ask the Mother's Board and others to keep Nicole in your prayers, as she is very transparent about her breast exam and being examined and follow-up. So please keep Nicole Hart in your prayers for positive outcomes as she is addressing her health. Nicole Campbell, good morning. Good to see you in the room. That looks like a new name to me. You all welcome her to the Java Cafe. Good morning, Janky. Good to see you in the room this morning. Good to see you in the room. Also, Charlotte James, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Charlotte, I need you to let me know if any one of your children are active here in Boston, particularly. There is an opportunity for a couple of young people under the age of 30 that have interest in community organizing, being a part of a campaign, electoral politics, activism, advocacy. There's an opportunity where someone is availing 2 slots to me, to the Java Cafe, to be available to attend that. And Charlotte, I thought of, and forgive me because, you know, I'm old, One of your babies, if they're still around in Boston and active, please email me and let me know. Find out first, if you don't mind, if they're interested. This is an opportunity, probably a half-day online session, maybe some in-person opportunities today, some in-person opportunities at a latter date, rather. But Sister Charlotte, please let me know about that. Donna said, did he not show to one meeting or all meetings? Donna, as I'm not involved, I don't know. The words "no show" are in front of his picture on that flyer. And so, there was some conversation about, well, how do you say no show when the event hasn't happened yet? Based on the description in that flyer, they called them in. And we don't know why he did not show. So at some point, I am going to invite Enrique, Sharon Durkin onto the Java platform, because we still have to talk about that debacle around the city council presidency. Also, speaking of that, one of the city councilors brought to my attention that I need to follow up with city councilor Braden, who is the president of the Boston City Council. She said she would come back in April, so I need to get her back in here. Additionally, a few people have reached out about one of our other elected officials, Michelle Wu. I will check in today to see if a date that was proposed to me when the first Wednesday for April was canceled. I will check in today and see if the date proposed is still happening. And I'll leave that there. Wonderful transition. Sharon Cornelius, Pastor Sharon Cornelius. Welcome to the Java Cafe. As always, good to see you in the room. Also, Opal, good morning. Good to see you in the room this morning. Well, and nephew, again, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. I appreciate all that you're doing and your voice as well. And also, do not forget, if you would like to submit questions to be answered on Sunday evening at 9 p.m., please submit them here. And again, Chip, forget you about the Newt's in the building. Yeah, good to see you, brother. I put the link there. Gee, Forever Manager. The link is there. I have it in there. Mike, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Belinda, good morning. Good to see you in the room this morning as well. Yes, Charlotte, I will text you. I just thought about that because I had my mother's burner phone saved under Charlotte. So Charlotte, I have it right now. I have to go back and make sure that when I unsaved it, I saved it correctly. Or if you have my number, text me to make sure I have it. But yeah, I would like to. That's one of the names that I thought about was one of the slots rather was one of your children. So please let me know if they're able to do that. Sister Debbie is at the dentist listening. Thank you so much. Hopefully everything is going well. My Forever Manager has access to, it's pinned on the Java page, but it's not pinned on James's page. But yes, please, you see, Brother Newt is not playing. Ma, your burner phone. I don't want to say the other word. Our former president phone. And I fuss at my mother. I have one number for my mother. That's it. My mother will text me from that other phone, and I will literally go on our other thread and text her back. I don't know. I just stay with one number, Mom. But your Obama phone, I had your number saved under Charlotte's name. I don't know how I did that. All right, folks. Let me just double check over in the Instagram section. Ari is there, and Mama Java jumped on over there as well. We appreciate it. Again, I wanted to remind folks about a few things. One is, please forgive me. Along with not extending the invite to Councilor Braden, I also did not on Friday drop the registration for the health fair. We are having our health fair. By hook or crook, we are having the health fair. And what I mean by that is, as I just mentioned, I got an email response from one of our former sponsors. They are still sponsoring, but they can't sponsor at the level that they've done the past few years. And so it's the 5th year So I'm committed to making sure that we have a nice time while we're getting the health information you need to get and stay healthy. So we are having the health fair on Saturday, May 16th from 11 to 3 p.m. I am doing my best. We are sticking with the cash raffle. We're going to believe that we're going to get above funding at what we've got in the past and keep the food there and keep the other giveaways and the gift cards and all that stuff. So please keep that in mind. I will be dropping the registration soon. Don't forget that if you pre-register and show up and check in, you are automatically entered into a raffle for $100. We are also giving away other raffle prizes. We are also giving away 5 $1,000 cash prizes as well. You have to be in the room. Now, here's the other thing. You have to be part of pre-registration. You're not just showing up that day and register on site. So also, I need to let my family and friends know, and the friends know who are very close to the platform, you are not eligible for the $1,000 cash prizes. I fuss fight my integrity, and it's nothing wrong, but I just, family and close folks to the platform, it's just interesting. You know what I mean? So I know my mother and my sisters. I think I pulled my sister's name last year, my middle sister, Nakia, in real time. I think I pulled her name, and like in real time, I was like, so I just wanted to put that out there for the Hills and staff close to the Java Cafe. All right. Mama Java, I don't have an Obama phone for the last time. It's it. Whatever, Mom, whatever. 54 years old, and my mother can still bring that energy out. Whatever phone, whatever other phone you got, Mother, I like your regular one. So Sharon said, yes, I asked about registration yesterday. Oh, I didn't see it, Sharon. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention yesterday. I was casting the video. I'm sorry. But yes, registration is coming. Milton said he needs that $100. Milton, I also need to send you a flyer for something I'm having for young and middle-aged professionals 2 weeks from now. So I'll send you that flyer as well. Milagro said, give him a hard time, whatever. It's not a burner phone. It's her other phone from Xfinity. Belinda said, do we need to start making donations for the health fair to go forth? Charge everybody. I ain't charging nobody for no health fair, Belinda. I ain't messing with you. Milton said, that's not fair to family and friends now. Milton said, I'm not going to be your brother that day. It's just interesting. So yes, Ma, we know you paying for 2 phones. Why you need 2 anyway? Okay. Cacao martinis. What are those? Brother Milton said, I'm there and need the date. You're there and you can bring a couple of people with you as well. We're giving out some very valuable, bring some of the brothers, bring some sisters too. I want to be able to tell a couple of brothers that there's going to be some sisters there. It's a networking after work mixer, Milton. So let's bring people so they can mix, and they can mix selfly, and they can mix safely. The theme of that event is living healthy while you hustle. So please plan on being in the room, Milton. I'll get you that information. Newton said, I expect a question from everybody for Sunday. Jesus, Lord. Ma said, I is important. I is kind. I is, what was it from the help? You is kind. You is something. You is important, and something else. Yes, Ma. We know and we see. Charlotte says, leave Ma alone. She's incognito when she needs to be. I'm about to be too. I was on the phone with Verizon a whole hour and 8 minutes this morning. And then I got frustrated and told the woman, I said, put all this in the parking lot or in the cart and I'll call back. Y'all be very careful when you get ready to upgrade devices and switch and do things, because they'll tell you one thing verbally, and then they send you that quote. I was through that quote. I was like, nope, you told me $833 for this. Why does it say $1472 for this. So anyway, Ma, I hear you. And Charlotte, I hear you too, because I'm getting in that incognito stage. D&D is your friend. Utilize it. Okay. Michelle D. Smith said you is smart, you is kind, and you is important. I think she said is. Michelle, you're saying it right. I think what's her name? Viola. Thank you, Charlotte. Viola said is, I believe. Jody, she's chick. Jody, she's chic is in the room over on Instagram. Good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning as well. Don't forget, everyone, that what Charlotte said. AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. Is there still a what was the other little service? They had a store in Grove Hall. Purple was there in their brand. Not T-Mobile. Oh God, what was the other thing that a lot of people had? What was that other service? Now we have Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, as Mama Java said, Xfinity. They're in the mobile game now. What was that other? Metro. Thank you, Charlotte. Metro P. I don't know why just saying it makes me laugh. Metro PCS. Pay attention to all of your charges, not just there. On your utility bills, on your doctor's bills. Go through those charges and make sure that they're legit, because they'll throw some extra things on there. And also it'll help you ensure that on your bills, especially your credit card bills, that your card hasn't been tapped. There are cases where our seniors and others have been tapped for $5 a month. If a hacker is doing that to 200 people every month, so pay attention. I don't know why I'm saying that. Especially our seniors, go down those itemized lists and pay attention to your bills. We need to know. That's some free information for today. Okay, Cricket. Oh, Jesus. Is this still Cricket? What you call it? That's the point, Charlotte. Beware of scams, especially our seniors. Additionally, with our seniors with all these phones, stop clicking links in your inbox and also in emails from people you don't recognize. Make sure you got some sort of spam filter. And if you're in it, well, I was going to say y'all shouldn't be in your spam folder, but sometimes some things go over there. I don't know why I'm here today in Charlotte. Thank you. Seniors and everybody, be careful. Be very careful with clicking links, opening up emails. Also, if you get phone calls, they're so interesting now. They'll record your voice and use AI. Even if it's for 2 seconds. Well, you don't want to talk to us. Can you confirm your name? Can you say yes or no? And then 3 weeks later, you wondering why you're getting a bill. Everybody, but especially our seniors, please, please, please be careful. Charlotte said that listen. They will not traditionally, but these days, with all these federal agencies, we don't know what they're liable to do. But Charlotte is right. They will not text you. The other thing I wanted to mention was, as I was getting ready to say, the seniors with all these devices and phones, this scam has been active around your, Nicole, I'll get right to that, around the thing on the car, the little doohickey. You know the thing I'm talking about, the toll transponder, the toll transponder. There's this active scam. They put it out almost every 2 weeks, and I don't know how they get my number, but they put it out almost every 2 weeks talking about you owe this. And the other one is parking tickets. Don't click those links. Do not click those links. I want to go to Nicole Campbell's comment. She says, Metro PCS in Washington Park Mall, you got to watch them try and get you. And when you say something, they get defense. That woman was frustrated. I heard her go, how you going to tell me that I got a good deal for something for $8.33 a month? And then you tell me that one small accessory that you asked me about that you didn't tell me was a separate charge is an additional $6 or $5 in the 90s and some change. Mm-mm. Charlotte's point again, the IRS will not text you. Be aware of that if you get a text saying this is the IRS. I try to tell my parents that all the time. Stop clicking everything. I know of a situation where not just a senior, a young man clicked something that he was texted after a phone call. They took over his phone, emptied his bank account, had access to everything that was on his they remotely tapped into his phone. So be careful. We're here for a reason. I don't know what senior was getting ready to click something or might be getting ready to get an email or a text. Somebody put in the comment, stop clicking. Never mind. You know how some things you say, you got to say a certain word after. I'm going to behave. Tashad said, it's a scam. It's all a scam. Absolutely. Nisi Williams said, or Social Security, they will send you a letter in the mail. Charlotte, thank you. Easy Pass is what I was talking about. Thank you. The RMV text, those are the ones that I think are fake. But Tashad, are you saying that the RMV does text, or were you naming the one I was referring to with the Easy Pass? So many scams now, they are sending appear in court letters, and if you scan the QR code, that's another one. QR codes is a thing you have to be careful, because you don't know what link the QR code is taking you to. So be careful of that as well. We Need to Know Wednesday went a whole different way. Technology, We Need to Know Wednesday. Tashad is saying, listen, the RMV ain't never going to charge you no $6.99. Yeah, that's an odd number for the RMV. They're even numbers, and it ain't nothing at the there isn't anything at the RMV for $7. Sister Soraya said, y'all are having your own conversations here as well. There is no fee at the RMV that is $6.99 ever. Sister Charlotte said, set up your systems and your things with two-step or two-stage authentication, where sometimes you will, if you try to go in an app, you need to reset your password or whatever. They will send you a text, then they'll send you a code and things like that. So it sometimes is aggravating, to be very honest with you, but it's for our protection. So, because I'm one, when they tell me they sending me a link and I got to click, and after the system tells me by the number that you're calling, we verified that it is and can you confirm that I did it? Why do I have to authenticate again? But it's for our protection. Maybe this session today was just for me. Belinda said the Nigerian prince got AI. You know what, Belinda McAvain? Dina Marshall Tarver says, yes, it's on Commonwealth, Massachusetts letterhead also. That the means in which people go through before we had AI to be fake and put things out there and hack and tap. Imagine what I told you all before. There are Facebook pages, there are websites that look like legitimate newsworthy entities. They're AI, they're bots, they're fakes, they're from other countries with an agenda. So, all right, we're going to get ready to wrap up. How I got here, I do not know. Tashad is also saying, no, RMV ain't texting nobody. Thanks for the clarification. And there's no charge. They have. Tashad has said that 3 times today. Tashad wants to let you know that never, ever in life and in the existence of mankind will there ever be a charge from the RMV for $6.99. Tashad, we hear. We hear you, sis. Sharon Cornelia says they'll just have to come to my Sharon. They'll just have to come to my house and arrest me. Oh, well, if they want me. Sharon, can you imagine? I know we would. I wish they would try to arrest Sharon. That's Charlotte said, especially email accounts. Be careful with the clicks in the email accounts. They're what's the word? I was going to say suave. They're slick. They now will send emails and texts, and as Dina said, QR codes as well. Charlotte said that Tashad's scam attempt must have been a whole bunch of texts. Sounds like Tashad got several notices for $6. Tashad typed in here, no $6.99 3 times. Tashad, are you triggered by $6.99? Belinda said, I got $40 to bail you out. I'm not messing with you. Sharon ain't going to no jail. Dina Marshall Tarver says, my family says I don't believe nothing. I listen. I'm skeptical too. People have known people where with 2 weeks ago, I can see in our inbox when I'm in it that we've inboxed 2 weeks ago. I'll get a random link. And depending on who it is, I'm like, where do you know me from? Where does your parents know me from? What church did we attend together? What choir did we sing? Even if you know people in your inbox and email, especially your inbox, if you get a link, a thumbnail of a link or a link where you can see it, one of the best tests is always the link, secure links. And I don't know how slick the hackers have got now. Most of the time, if you see HTTPS, that S is indicative of secure. You see a link, one of the first telltale signs of not clicking is if you don't see a S at the HTTP. Most hyperlinks start with HTTP, and the ones we should tap into should have an S with them. So that's a telltale sign. To Dina's point, with QR codes, you don't know where you're going. In an inbox with a thumbnail with a little preview of what the link is going to say, you don't know. So everybody, but especially our seniors, be careful. Tashad said, I got the notice too, but I just ignored it because I knew it was some nonsense. Tashad, your new nickname is going to be $6.99. $6.99 Java. That's Tashad's new nickname, everybody. Sharon said, that was WhatsApp, etc., saying that they have prophetic words to give you all these prophet. The hackers are now promising prophetic words. Vivi is in the room. She's saying good morning to everybody. Auntie, she's just saying good morning to everybody. I haven't been on the chat room in a long time. How is everybody doing? Vivi, you ain't been on because you've been gallivanting around the country in Carnegie Hall, singing and all that stuff. So we're proud of you. I'm so glad they called me. I told them, call me anything. You get something weird and I'll vet it. You have to. Speaking of calling, I've seen people, mostly memes online, where they will record when the hacker calls them, and they'll have some interesting conversations and just hold them on the line for a minute. You got to be careful with, well, that's mostly for tapping or location finding. But if you're not skilled and you don't feel like having fun that day, don't entertain those phone calls and those links. We'll leave that at that. Charlotte just said, just got word from WhatsApp. You already know that's a lie from the pit. People are just, they don't have anything else to do. Karen Cornelia. So I was thinking it when Belinda said, where is it? Dina, I just want to throw this in real quick. Dina said, like those parking apps. Dina, you must have fell victim too. So 2 summers ago, I'm in Cambridge and I scan a parking QR code and I forgot who's I'm going to go back to Belinda's comment in a minute. I got a code to, oh God, I missed a few comments. I went to park and I scanned a QR code, and somewhere in there was the option of Cambridge something. I went in, I registered, I put my credit card. A couple of seconds later, I get this welcome to some movie, something app, and you get such and such a movie. When I tell you I hunted those people that day, actually right in the, I didn't even go into the venue for the event. I got on the phone and ripped them people apart and said, cancel the account, delete the account. I want nothing to do with this. So to Dina's point, Be careful about the QR codes when you're scanning. And even if you scan and it takes you to a couple of options, or if you Google a subject, look at those links, because there are sponsored links and then there are the real links. You can Google a subject and it's not going to take you to the page you think you're going to. They do those sponsored first, and then they do some fake pages. So we're here for a reason today, talking about this subject. All right, I need to get back on track. What sparked me down here? Oh, Sharon said the African princes, and I think Belinda said that earlier, but to the point of the prophetic words that Sharon and Charlotte are talking about. I can't believe y'all said those were the African princes giving words to the saints. Tashad said, I think about how many people, especially our older folks, because they're targeted, got, and they are too embarrassed to say anything, and we got to look out for each other. Yeah, that is and then the thing is, some people have called and said Johnny is arrested, and if you don't pay this right, so we got to be careful. Raise this and repeat this. For some reason, we're talking about this today. So tag a couple of seniors, which is going to cause them to get a link. No, sir, within the Facebook app. All right, we're going to wrap up and get ready to go. Dina said, only thing I tap is my Apple Wallet because it's not an actual card number. That's a whole nother thing we got to be careful about. Vanessa said, this is true. Yes. Posting pictures soon. Please come see me sing another solo in the Berkeley Performance Center at 8 p.m. on Friday. This Friday, April 10th, Vanessa will be singing at Berkeley this Friday, April 10th. All right, folks, I think that is it for me today. One more sweep over at Verified Boston, talking about the bags, getting the bag, trying to get the bags. Make sure you all on Instagram, those that are on Instagram, go follow Verified Boston. It's a new account, non-biased. Just puts out information about all things Boston Poly. So please go check them out. I like what they're doing over there. Tashad said that Charlotte said that reminds me of the movie The Beekeeper. All right, that's it for me, folks. Don't forget, tomorrow's Thursday. I might take a break tomorrow. Y'all know I did not take a long break, and I have not had a vacation, nor have I been on a plane or a balcony or a beach for a long time. So I might take a break tomorrow. I'll let you all know. There's a lot of things developing in community. Oh, well, I'll post about this later. As we started today, we talked about White Stadium. We're talking about right now Blue Hill Avenue. The general consensus, from what I can tell, is the majority of residents that live there don't want it. So we'll talk more about that. If we come back tomorrow, we'll talk more about that. City Councilor Brian Worrell put up a post with a whole bunch of questions that talked about the process, the RFP process. What was the response? Who responded? And City Councilor Brian Worrell, and you all can document this, City Councilor Minyard Culpepper. Them two black men are moving. And I need to let you all know, hopefully he doesn't get me for this, but whoever made the phone calls the other day, and for those of you that contacted Henry Santana's office, I got a text. The exact words that we said for the hearing, I think what we said was a hearing on gaps in youth services for the purpose of public safety. The hearing request has been drafted. I believe there will be a hearing about this. There was a summer safety hearing that took place, I believe, this week, and I don't know if that's going to make up for it, but I did get a picture of a draft, particularly around what we talked about. I mentioned that because we need to know on We Need to Know Wednesday that we can have impact, so I say that because the energy of Ryan Worrell, Minyard Culpeper, and community. As I said in a post yesterday, there is an energy that is forming in Black Boston. Action and movement toward that energy. The first one of the groups is taking place on Tuesday night from 6 to 8 at RCC. And there's a couple of people. It's taking place on Tuesday night at 6 to 8 p.m. Dina Marshall Tarver, one of our last few comments, said, too expensive to fly right now. Save your money and fly when it gets better and stay longer. First of all, if you really know me, and a lot of people have got on me, I'm not leaving the country while that man is in office for no reason at all. The other thing is, if you know me, imagine me getting to the airport, my 2 hours that I usually do. I've only missed one flight in my life. Or imagine if I get a notice that says you need to come 5 or 6 hours. Or imagine I go to get to a flight, they get to the gate and they cancel, and I'm in the airport overnight and stranded for 2 and 3. Can y'all imagine? I've evolved. I'm doing a lot better. But I don't want that to be the test that tests how better I'm doing. So I will go somewhere local. To Tashad's question, we don't have a lot of balcony beaches with raw fish and palm trees and beautiful sunrises across the ocean where you can see literally the storm start out this big from way across the ocean and then see it come on you. They don't have that in a drivable location. So I don't know. I'll let you all know. Nia has mentioned Newport, Rhode Island. People have mentioned Maine. To me, Rhode Island is south. That's cool. But why would I go north? Only thing that I could see myself enjoying in Maine is being on the coast and lobster. I don't. And yes, we got to expand our experience, but I don't know. I could do Maine. Okay, Mystic, Connecticut, we got that. Okay. Sharon said, don't leave the country while Orange Face is in office. And we're in war. Nope. Michelle D. Smith said that my favorite movie involving bees is The Secret Life of Bees with Queen Latifah, Kimberly Elise, and the other cast members. So we got some suggestions here. Go West. There's two. Now, I want to go Midwest. I will also say I've went to Washington State, to Walla Walla, Washington. The heat, the mountains, the beautiful. Getting there, it took us, 22 hours from when we left Boston to go somewhere and go somewhere else? I don't know if it was that long, but there's certain people when you see a text while live that you know you need to pay attention to. To the person that just texts me, no, I don't. Oh, never mind. Somebody on Instagram is calling me out. Josh Quan Smith. Josh Quan Smith. Hi, Josh Quan. Welcome to the Java Cafe. I'm curious if that's who I think it is. Sharif Costa. Good morning. I know that name as well. Good to see you in the room. All right. That one of those names just really threw me off real quick if it's who I think it is. All right. Java in the sand, Java in the snow. Ain't no Java in the snow. Obi is in the building. Good morning to brother Obi. Newt said, don't front. There are plenty of black folks in Maine, a bunch of black. Really? I didn't know. Newt, we may have to go up there. Brother Obi, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Dina said, okay, y'all are getting ready to get me out of here. I looked at some spots in South Carolina, Charlotte, but you got to fly. Not right now. Is TSA back at work? Are they back? Dina said, just like Maine, it's extremely beautiful, but water is really cold. So the other part about Miami, and when you leave out of the back, the other thing about Miami is my hotel closed a year ago and it got renovated. And not that I'm going, but I have been looking on the Marriott app to see if you can book, and it's not open yet. Room 1646 or 1648. You leave that room and you go out the back of the hotel, and it's right on South Beach. And right in front of their section where you get your little canopies and whatnot, there is a spot on Miami Beach in the ocean where there's this sand dune, I believe they call it. You literally sit in the water, and because the sand is so close, the heat is heating up the sand, the reflection. So in that part, the water is warm. And y'all wondered why everybody thought I had a boo in Miami. Shh. So that's one of the questions you can't ask on Sunday night. Why did you have a boo in Miami? No, I did not. I had a beach and a balcony. All right. Promise these are the last couple of comments, and we're going to get ready to go. I got through TSA in Savannah really fast on my way back. Go in an off season, get a villa on the beach. And I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't mind a little I wouldn't mind a little Southern hospitality. Sharon Cornelia said, which Marriott is it? Oh, Sharon, I just realized. Sharon, you work for Marriott, don't you? I'm a friend, Sharon, and I'm just going to leave that there. To Tashad's point, I want to do an Amtrak, but again, I'm not sitting in a regular seat. I need a little cabin. Then I'll go to the South on an Amtrak in a little cabin. Charlotte says, get up, go hit up my favorite barbecue, Hot Mamas. That sounds like good barbecue. Niecy Williams said, Niecy, we know you getting up out of here. Sharon Cornelia said, well, I guess I won't send that question. You already answered it. If the question is, do I? Yes. We'll talk, Sharon. Sister Debbie said, and hopefully everything's well and you're done at your at the doctor's appointment, at the dentist appointment. Dina said, I didn't want to put it out there because I don't want y'all in Sharon's y'all better not go in Sharon's inbox off of this section right here. 3 days to Houston on a 3 days. I don't know if I can do that. Tashad just said, just came from here. Tashad and Deprecia. Tashad, if you're down there, Deprecia lives down there. Y'all need to connect. As Tashad just got back from Houston, politics can be tricky, but I had a good old. Yeah, Texas is interesting. All right, it's 10:55. I'm not staying on another 6 minutes. Y'all got extra time yesterday. There's a Java After Dark on Sunday for our Union Capital members. Y'all get an hour today. Listen, folks, I'm going to wrap up. We will be back here tomorrow at 10. I will let you know if we'll be back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. by tomorrow morning. Sorry. And don't forget Sunday night at 9 p.m. Don't forget the mixer. And also don't forget the health fair link is dropping soon, and the health fair is taking place on May 16th. And I think that is it for me. And we'll see you potentially